Hey guys, my name is Mari Botha and I am from Encore Culture School. No, not at all.
How did it start?
So I actually previously was working with a drama school as well, and I really discovered that I have this passion and this purpose to help people discover who they truly are, what is their, what is their
Hidden talents almost.
yeah, hidden talent. All of us were born with a certain thing inside of us that makes you tick. When you get up in the morning, I can't wait to, paint.
purpose.
Yes, that
Your
purpose, yes. And as I was working with these kids, I just realized how much I love to help people discover that certain thing that makes them tick. And that is why I started my own thing where I do a variety of stuff, whether it is through vocal courses, whether it's through helping them writing, drama, personal coaching, anything like that. So my main aim is to help you discover your roar. The thing inside of you that makes you roar at the end of the day. And that's also the slogan of my business. The biggest life-changing lessons that I have learned is, I want to say, in terms of business now,
Yes.
I want to say that never put things set in stone. Never think that the way that you believe it should turn out is the way it's going to turn out. Be able to adapt, because if you don't have adaptability, you won't survive. I mean, all of us has been through COVID now.
Yes.
If you can't adapt, you won't survive. So adaptability for me is one of the most important things. I mean, and even when you're working with clients, all of us have clients, and if you can't adapt to what your client wants,
And their personalities, because everyone is different.
Exactly, and providing for what they expect, expectations. And then also another thing that I've really learned is to manage your expectations. If you don't manage your expectations, you're going to be disappointed a lot of times. Like every day you're going to be disappointed with yourself, with your clients, with God, with whoever.
Yes.
So manage your expectations and
Keep it realistic.
yes, keep it realistic and even keep it minimalistic.
Yes. Don't make it overcomplicated for
Exactly. That's what we do with life. We overcomplicate it so much, and at the end of the day, we end up being disappointed with ourselves. And if you're disappointed with yourself, you're never going to love your life. I read just earlier this week, I read a thing, and it was talking about Oprah and a lot of people, but I mean, Colonel Sanders, he started KFC at the age of 60, 61, around there.
Like very late in his life, not early.
Exactly. I mean, we are 25, 30, and we expect to already have built these empires. And
That's the truth. That's the truth.
it's so unrealistic, and that is my aim when I work with people, is just to help them to realize it's building stones. So I help you to discover your own building stones and building your own empire, but also realizing in the process it's going to take time. Well, I would say that again, don't expect to be brilliant from day one. You have to start with what you have. I mean, you can start with nothing. You can start with zero amount of money. You can start with zero amount of expertise or knowledge about something or skills or anything. I mean, you can start at ground zero. But if you put your heart and your mind to it and you hustle with it every single day, and you make it a priority to improve yourself in that certain skill, and improve yourself in realizing what are my shortcomings, where do I still need to work around my edges a little bit.
Yes.
And I mean, we've got the internet nowadays. If you know Google, exactly. If you know YouTube, I mean, you can learn to do literally almost anything nowadays.
Anything, except like being a doctor, but
exactly. But I mean, if you really want to be a doctor, go and watch Grey's Anatomy.
yeah, I think
Exactly. We just have to use the resources that's available to us. And I mean, even if you don't have internet to your availability, I actually watched this movie about a boy that they were in a very poor village.
Yes.
What was it called? Something about the wind.
The boy who harnessed the wind.
Yes, the boy who harnessed the wind. And it was such an inspiration because he saved a whole village. He had absolutely nothing but a book. He had a book from a library and he used that knowledge and applied it. I think I would have started in this industry earlier.
Okay.
If I know what I know today, I would have started in my industry much earlier because I've done other stuff before.
Yes.
I've been a teacher.
Yeah, life.
Yeah, life happened. You know how it goes. But anyhow, I would have definitely started earlier. But if I think about my business and where since I've started, I always believe that I will never have to, I never want to do things over because then I wouldn't have been with the experience and the, mistakes. I don't see mistakes as faults. I see them as building blocks.
Yes.
So I make a mistake, but actually it was a test I've written to learn something. If I hadn't made that mistake, I wouldn't have known this is how to handle it, So I believe that every mistake you make, every difficulty you come across in your business,
every failure.
Exactly, we see it. I mean, the world looks at you and they're like, oh, you failed. I'm like, no, I just passed the test,
That's amazing.
Maybe I failed the test the first time, but if I have to write it again, I'll know exactly how to pass it. Exactly, or what not to do.
That's also the truth. Yes.
Exactly.
What not to do.
Mistakes teach us what not to do or how not to do it. And I believe every single mistake is just as valuable to your business as everything you do right.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say that I'd go back and do anything different. I would, if I really have to choose something, I think that I would, from the beginning, manage my finances a little bit different.
Okay.
Because, if you start out a business, I'm alone, I don't have anyone telling me what I have to do, I have to now spend my money on this, invest in this, do this, or, whatever the case might be. I just get in my money and this is the next thing that needs to be done, so I pay for it,
Yes. There's no budget, there's no planning.
Exactly. There's not really a sense of, okay, let's just structure it in a certain way, and maybe it would have taken me a little bit longer to get to some point, but I would have had saving. And then I would also incorporate more wise counsel.
Yes.
In terms of business, I don't want to say have a business partner or anything like that.
But like more like-minded.
Yes, like-minded people. Because
yes,
remember, you become the most like the 5 people you spend your most time with. So I would definitely, from the beginning, I do have it now,
yes.
but from the beginning, I would say that you do need wise counsel and people to
bounce your ideas
exactly off. And impart into your business, no, this is not going to work, I don't think this is a good idea. Whereas yes. I tested every idea myself, and
yes,
if it didn't work, okay, it doesn't work, let's try something else,
Yes.
So I would just incorporate a little bit more wise counsel from the beginning. First of all, I want to say thank you, because in nowadays, in today's life, you don't get a lot of people asking, how can I help? I would say that, for every single person working with clients, it works on a referral basis.
Yes.
So, someone comes to me and asks me, do you know of someone that can print something for me or whatever? I immediately recommend Chade. If someone asks me about dancing classes, I'll immediately refer Monique,
Yes.
So referring, and boosting that person's business in a sense of giving them credibility to someone
yes.
who's asking questions. So I've done this with Chade, and wow, look at what I've been showing this example.
This was what
whatever.
happened.
Exactly. So yeah, sharing your experience with regards to other businesses with people, asking questions. And then social media is something that's so freely available to all of us. Helping each other in terms of sharing, commenting, all of that. Tagging people, all of that. And word of mouth. Word of mouth is for free. So yeah, I would really say that if people can help me in my business, it is just a case of, sharing.
Yeah.
It's for free. Sharing is caring. Well, first of all, I think COVID impacted every single industry.
Yes.
Whether it was for the positive or for the negative. But I mean, every single situation in your life, you can see it the way you want. You can see the glass half full, you can see the glass half empty. And I think most people with the whole COVID thing saw the glass half empty.
Yes.
I personally, and we've just talked about it, also experienced that COVID was needed in the sense of bringing families together again, spending more quality time. Because I mean, in today's world, it's rush and go.
Living past one another.
Exactly. When last have you sat down with your mom, with your dad, with your
spouse,
with your children,
even?
your spouse, have a good cup of coffee and talk about how the flowers bloom or how the dog is scratching a hole or whatever, stuff like that. And I think, at the end of the day, when we lie on our deathbed, what is the thing that people wish for the most?
More
They
time.
wish they spend more time with their families. They wish they went on holiday more. They wish they were home.
They don't wish for more money. They don't wish
Exactly.
for the luxury car. Because,
Exactly.
I mean, if you're lying there, what the hell's it going to matter?
Exactly. I mean, and in the end, for me, it's all about a relationship with the Savior. And
I agree.
in the end, the relationship you have with your Savior is the one thing that's going to save you. And yeah, if your life is not about that, then you've got some serious consideration to do. But backtrack. Let's go back to the question.
Yes, that's just like sideline.
Sideline.
Context for more details.
But if you have a relationship with the Savior, then you have the ability to see the glass half full.
That's the
and
truth.
take the positive, even from something like COVID. I mean, all of us now know someone personally who's been affected by COVID, who died of COVID. I believe that everything is a choice in life. So you can decide either life happens to you or life happens for you.
Oh, wow.
So if you say life happens to me, oh, golly,
You go with the
COVID, now my business has to close, this and that. Life happens for me. How can I use COVID to improve? Now I have more time to improve my business. Maybe give my business a facelift. Maybe implement some systems that I've been wanting to do for so long, but I didn't have the time. Now I have the time to do that,
Yes.
So I always believe life happens for you or life happens to you, but you've got to choose which one it is.
Yes.
You can't sit in the middle. It's not black or it's not grey, it's black or white. So COVID did obviously affect my business in a negative way. Obviously people, financial reasons.
Yes. Financially,
and all
I
of
think
that.
everyone has been affected negatively if we look at the
Definitely.
financial aspect.
Definitely, because I mean, if it's one of the first things you cut is all the extras.
Yeah, you know, the luxury type of things.
Exactly.
Like, you know what, this is not essential, we don't need this
Exactly,
right now.
it's not yours. So then they'll cut it. What I try to do is try to work around it and see how I can accommodate the client to still stay a client.
Yes.
And maybe pay less or give them a few free lessons. I mean, something like that. If we don't do that, how can I ever expect someone to be kind to me as well? You gotta give before you can receive. And I believe every single thing that you give for free in your business, in the end, you will receive a return on investment. I see it as an investment. I see it as I'm investing time in you, so one day someone will invest time in me. Maybe I won't see that for the next 5 years, 10 years. I mean, for the next 20 years. But
Come 30
eventually,
years, everything comes like one
exactly.
stage.
And
Go around
someday you're going to look back and say, everything just worked for me. So, yeah, I really believe that COVID is just something you've got to decide. Am I going to make this work for me, or is it just going to play out? Last minute advice.
Yes.
Go back and discover your roar. Find out who you truly are. If you are not happy with who you are, if you are not happy with what you are doing in your life, change it. You have the choice to change it. Don't stay stuck. So many people in today's life is like, I have a job, but I'm stuck. I don't like my job, I don't enjoy my job. And the problem is, if you don't enjoy your job, you are not truly an asset to your boss.
That's the truth.
Because you are just there every day, wasting their money, doing what you have to do. But if you are truly doing what you were created to do, your purpose,
Yeah.
then you would be more than an asset to your boss. And if we can just everybody discover who we were truly meant to be in life,
Yes.
the whole world will be such a better place. I always tell people, the moment that you are living your purpose,
Yes.
it won't feel like work.
Yeah, it will feel like you're playing along.
Exactly.
Even
I'm
though
having
it's
fun
serious.
every single day. Wow,
Yeah.
it won't feel like work. So I always inspire people to discover what that one thing is,
Yes.
that even if you don't get money for it, you'll still do it.
That's
That
the
is your
truth.
purpose. So what you have to discover first of all is, who am I? What will I do in my life
Yes.
without getting money for it? And then finding some place where you can do that while earning a salary for it.
That's
And
the
then
truth.
you are sorted. I believe that if people on the street or people who can't find jobs at the moment will just be willing to go and do that,
Yes.
go and say, here I am, don't pay me.
Let me just start investing
I
in
just want to
myself.
learn. I mean, if you want to become a pastry chef, go to a restaurant and ask them, listen, can I just stand and watch?
Yes.
I'll wash the dishes. I'll do it. I just want to gain some experience and knowledge with regards to pastry chef.
Yes.
Don't pay me nothing like that. I mean, our world would already be
In such a different place because it's a mindset.
different state, and we'll take children off the street. We'll give people will automatically start their own businesses.
I mean, because so much.
Thank you for what you're doing for women in general, and for making it a priority to gain a support structure and a group of people that can assist each other, and may we really come to a place where we build each other up and forward, pave a way for the women of today who have their own businesses to actually,
And even the ones that want to have their own business, but they
Exactly.
feel like, I can never amount to this because it's just too damn much.
be inspired by that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.